What's up? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday on the CHGO Bears Podcast. Other than that headline that's on your screen on YouTube, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Can I start out the show with just being slightly irritated?
And we are presented by DraftKings.
Yeah, I was going to say, yes, you can, as long as you mention DraftKings.
No, do that first, please, because I'm not even ready. I love you, DraftKings.
CHGO.
To get $150 in free bets. CHGO is the code. We love you, DraftKings.
What, you didn't like my the graphic there? I thought I'd freak everyone out.
Well, you did. Yeah, you freaked me out.
Unfortunately, you're freaking nobody out because it is Trevor time, which is the real problem. And I,
Trevor,
for the record, have said on this show many times how much I love the Northwestern University Wildcats and grew up going to Dyke Stadium / Ryan Field. And I really don't want to see Trevor Siemian play football on Sunday or the rest of the season, for the record. Even though it's kind of cool that the Cats' backup quarterback, the Bears' backup quarterback is a former Wildcat.
Would you rather see Justin Fields hurt, sore, with no help?
No, he cannot play. If he should not play until he's 100%.
Right.
That's how I would go about it. And I watched last night, Bears After Dark, Will DeWitt doing a great job, Greg Braggs, yourself. But I didn't think there was enough upset. I wanted to literally see the three of you guys cry on set because that was just
crying.
Crying. I needed crying. I think we should all weep today because. And I don't know who's reporting correctly. Ian Rappaport saying he's got a dislocated shoulder and he's done for the year. And Schefter comes back over the top. No, it's not dislocated. It's separated. And he might play on Sunday. And Matt Eberflus is up there yesterday. And you did a great job, by the way. You got a fist pump. You got out there. You left here. We had a great discussion about Devin Hester and Cordell Patterson. And the first question to Flus was you, which is why, by the way, become a diehard, live all the dreams. Join in with Hoge and Corey Wooten tonight. I thought you were fantastic yesterday. Loved it. Give you an A. I know we have your grades today. I've got a lot of thoughts going on in my head.
I was going to say your brain is just...
Here's the thing. I did buy him a coffee, Vietnamese coffee, and I think there's a little extra sweetness and maybe caffeine in here.
All right. I'll slow down. But
first of all, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's very nice of
you did a nice job. I will slow down. I'm just saying that the whole point of this season was the quarterback.
Yes.
And if I was the offensive coordinator and or head coach, my number one job was to not injure the quarterback playing the very dangerous game of football, knowing that he still may very well get hurt because he's playing football. And as it turned out, whatever we're going to learn from Matt Eberflus tomorrow is that the Bears designed a run play with a cramping quarterback in the fourth quarter in a dome on turf when he's been talking about how tired his legs have been for a week or so, and he got hurt on that play.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of outrage about it.
All I've
done is bitch about it, ask questions at a press conference about it.
Apparently, I just want more.
David Haw wrote a whole column on it, I know.
God bless David Haw. Love David Haw. And maybe there has been the requisite amount of outrage, and I just want more outrage. And it's not even outrage or anger at Getsy or Flus or whatnot. It's just, I think there's sort of a malaise to the fandom that bad things happen to us because we're Bears fans. And okay, of course, this happened and Fields isn't playing, and we just sort of casually move forward. And I kind of all want us to pause and say this sucks.
Well, it does suck. It was unnecessary.
Okay.
It didn't need to happen. I totally agree with you.
It didn't need to happen.
It's a coaching mistake. I fully believe it. There was no reason to run him in that situation. He was tired. He was throwing the ball well. He clearly wasn't 100% when he was running towards the sideline on that play. It sucks.
You know what I think it is for me? I'm doing a deep psychological dive as looking at you. I think I am triggered by irresponsible authority. That could be what it is.
That's an interesting way to put it.
I think I'm going irresponsible authority trigger right now, and I'll be leaving to go see my therapist. Because it shouldn't bother me to this level. But, you were in charge. You were supposed to take care of this dude to some level, and you didn't.
I even had a problem. I thought Flus put too much of the protection of him on him. He was asked about like basically being smart and protecting Fields, and a lot of it was like about how Fields needs to slide here and go out of bounds here, and it's like, dude, he was trying to go out of bounds. His legs weren't working the way they normally do. He was cramping. What's going on with the communication on the sideline with the trainer and the coaches and the players and like,
right?
And oh, by the way, this is all we talked about last week going into the game.
I mean, right. Yeah. Communication is key, and they are apparently lacking in some. There was a miscommunication on the play where he didn't hand the ball off to David Montgomery.
Can I now explain to you why I think there's adequate outrage at it happening?
Okay.
But also, you take a step back, and I think the fan base is realizing this season was still a win. If he doesn't play another snap the rest of the season, it was a victory. They have their quarterback. And as long as he doesn't need a surgery that costs him 6 months of the offseason, which would really suck, he comes back next year. He'll have more help. That cap space will be used. There's a good chance if Trevor Siemian plays the rest of the season, they don't win a game the rest of the year. And they might even be in the top 2. Maybe the Texans go on a little run. They have the number 1 overall pick. There's still a lot to be optimistic about going forward. And I think that's where a lot of smart fans out there are going, yep, this sucks. Could be a lot worse. This is not the end of the world. There's 3-8. There's absolutely no point in him playing this week against the New York Jets.
Okay. I think 96% of what you just said is true.
Okay.
They unlocked the quarterback. He didn't rip apart his knee in 3 different places and needs a reconstructive surgery that he may or may not come back from. It's not an RG3 level injury. All that's good. Now, this is an injury that, depending on what it is, if it's dislocated, my understanding is that's a fairly major surgery. That's your 6 months. If it's separated,
I don't think it's dislocated, man.
Okay. So you think it's separated?
I was originally told potential AC joint sprain. Okay, so I was a little, and by the way, I'm not a doctor. I am, quite frankly, a little confused about difference between AC joint sprain,
right here,
separated shoulder, dislocated shoulder. The one thing I do know in a dislocated shoulder is you need it to be popped back in.
We didn't see that. Saw none of that.
And that's the actual bones being moved around. And unless and when that happens, usually your arm is hanging down. He was going like this. He was shaking it out.
Okay. I'm with you, Dr. Hoge.
So
I believe in your diagnosis
right
now, even though you're not a doctor. Even though he's not a doctor, we all know this.
No, he's a doctor now.
But I was a little confused when the rap sheet came out and said dislocated because I was like, that doesn't jive with what I've heard so far and what we saw on the field. But there's a difference between separated and dislocated. So anyway, it's something that is an issue right now. I hope it's just not an issue that lasts 5 months because you need like labrum surgery or something like that.
Yeah, and I saw some people on Twitter, I forget exactly who, were saying this is why, in response to the Rappaport tweet, that people are trying to act like doctors on here who are not doctors. You're not doing that, even though I just called you Dr. Hoge. And that's not like very much coming over the top that this was a dislocation. It is not. And that separated means that it's more painful right now, but less problematic as far as the future is concerned. So to your point, is the season a success? He gained a lot of confidence. The Bears figured out how to use him. He didn't come out of this with a catastrophic injury, just an injury that's going to keep him out, I would assume, at minimum through the bye week, if not the rest of the year. Wouldn't that be a fair guess at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely give him this week. Look, I just look at what's there to gain the rest of the season.
Well, here, the thing to gain is that right now the Chicago Bears have the 32nd ranked passing offense in the NFL.
Right.
All right, they're at 128 yards a game. That's not where you want to be. That's what's to gain in my mind.
Okay, and are you realistically going to get better this season with what's there And now, oh, by the way, he might have to wear a shoulder brace that could hinder his and hurt his mechanics further.
If he's hurt, he should not play.
He's hurt.
Okay, I agree. But to the where we started the show and the level of upset, it would have been beneficial for him to be playing in these games, not hurt, and let that part of the offense further develop. There's a reason why you gave up a second-round pick for Chase Claypool. You wanted to see that chemistry build. They're not going to be able to do that. And by the way, you wanted to see chemistry build with everybody else out there, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney. Maybe you have something in Dante Pettis, Equinemius St. Brown, and N'Keal Harry. Like you wanted to see, you want him. He's not a finished product, is what I keep on saying. Like, look, he still needs to play, not if he's hurt. Don't play him if he's hurt, and still, to your point, the year is still a success. But overall, and especially if they end up having Ryan Poles crush it in the draft next April, with number 3, number 4 overall pick, either trading down or taking a Jamar Chase level player. That would be awesome.
By the way, I'm seeing this on Twitter right now. Pro Football Doc, who's usually good at diagnosing these things on video, he doesn't think it's a shoulder dislocation, and he's been consistent since Sunday. He thinks Justin Fields can play this week and play effectively.
Well, I'm not going to say that Pro Football Doc is wrong because, I think the way Flus played it, as much as they like to not give away things for strategy or give a competitive edge, listen, man, they're 3-8. If he absolutely knew that he wasn't playing on Sunday, I actually think the Flus maybe would have said it. Like, I give like a 73% likely. Like, we'll update it on Wednesday, but we're hoping that it's not that serious. But we don't think that we do think he's going to miss at least a little bit of time. I think he would have said that if he absolutely knew. Maybe I'm dead wrong. But
yeah, I think that's more of a Wednesday thing. Like, I could still see that being announced tomorrow, if that's their plan. Just coming out and saying that. I don't know, man. Let's go to. First of all, I feel like this is getting beaten to death, and we don't know what the injury is, and we don't know if he's going to play this week, and we don't know if he's going to play the week after that. I just want to concentrate on the fact that he's good. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's share this nugget from Albert.
Yes,
Breer.
let's share
okay?
Let's celebrate the quarterback. Let's celebrate.
Well, and I think that's where a lot of fans are coming from. Like, this season's been a victory. It's a good place to be in. I don't think we should be blinded to some of the other issues going around, which is why I questioned the head coach yesterday. I wrote a column about it. Go check it out at allchgo.com. That's all very real stuff.
Become a diehard and join Hoge and Wooten tonight.
8 o'clock tonight. We'll have a virtual happy hour for you. This is from Albert Breer, just tweeted out right before the show started. Little nugget I picked up. Bears quarterback Justin Fields apologized to his teammates after Chicago's loss to the Falcons in the locker room postgame. He told them the defense gave the offense a chance, and the offense didn't get it done. It went a long way with the guys after he played hurt. He goes on to say, my understanding, this is Albert Breer again, my understanding is Fields' defensive teammates stopped him as he was finishing the apology, told him they had his back. Really cool moment for everyone there, and a nice sign of where Matt Eberflus has taken the culture in Chicago.
So the defense actually played well on Sunday, despite the fact that they gave up a game-winning.
Well, for the third week in a row, the Bears' offense actually outscored the other team's offense.
Yeah, right. Who was that guy that returned that special teams thing? What was that? I think it was
Devin Hester.
Don't start. Don't start.
But look, they held the Falcons to 27 points, 280 yards. They were 2 for 9 on third down. They got off the field on third down. These are all good jobs by the defense. Not saying the defense is great, but it was better. Which, by the way, I'm underlining that because I predicted that the Flus and company would move things forward a little bit.
The defense also couldn't get a stop on that last drive and gave a field goal.
Yeah.
Technically,
field goal better than a touchdown. Kept them out of the end zone.
Sure, but I'm just saying they didn't get the ball back.
But the point is that defense is supremely limited, and have you?
I think the real point here is that Justin Fields in all areas is passing the test.
Agreed.
The contrast here in This tweet from Albert Breer and what Zach Wilson said after the game the other day is unbelievable. Could not be more polar opposite between these two quarterbacks. One that went number 2 overall and the one that went number 11 that the Bears had to trade up to get. If you're reading this right now in New York as a Jets fan, you got to be losing your mind.
Agreed. And listen, I've done my best over in this seat to underline, the fact that we've gotten to go into the locker room this year, which has not been a thing for a long time. And I haven't had a lot of interactions with Justin Fields, but I've had enough just being around and seeing how he is. It's like this guy is so unbelievably likable. He's respectful. He's fun. He's a competitor. He's constantly the last guy to enter the locker room after he's been on the field doing extra reps all the time. And then when you hear him in a press conference, he's so unbelievably respectful and understated. And then a quote like this comes out where he comes in afterwards and the defense has not been great all season long and he puts it on his own shoulders. There's very little not to like about Justin Fields or nothing to not like about him, really. So it's awesome that he is our quarterback. For me, like, go back in time, he is the exact opposite of what Jay Cutler was. And so it's and I know there's a lot of Cuddy fans out there. I was never one of them. This guy is not only is he supremely talented, but he's a supremely good guy. I love what they have in number 1, which is why it's upsetting that he's a little bit dinged up right now. But hopefully it'll whatever, they'll move forward, take care of it, and it'll just be a little bit of a blip. That's all.
It's just really interesting to me that like we sat here on the show with Corey Wooten and detailed everything Zach Wilson did wrong post game. Did you feel like you let the defense down? No. Is his answer. And meanwhile, in a different locker room where it clearly did not look like the quarterback let his team down at all and got hurt and played through the injury and was the entire offense, the dude's in the locker room saying, my bad, I let you down. I mean, which quarterback you want to be your teammate?
1,000%, 1,010%. Can I get 1,020? I'm in. You're preaching to the choir, baby. I'm Justin Fields for life. Let's go.
Okay, so is this where we should take the show completely off the rails?
Oh, I can't wait.
No. Yes?
Well, because something Carmen and I were texting about over the weekend, we wanted to bring into the show at some point.
Oh, this one. I like this one. I didn't know where you were going a second ago.
And I think you can honestly argue, at least in this area, in terms of taking accountability, and he's already passed the point of
easy.
Not the guy at the top. The guy at the bottom.
He's past Jordan in accountability?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I'm getting defensive.
You're the one who brought this up.
I did. Do you want me to lay it out, or do you want to lay it out?
I'll lay it out.
Okay.
I'm scared of you right now.
I'm scared of both of you. What the hell are we talking about here?
Okay, the question was, if Justin Fields were to win a Super Bowl, this was posed by Mark Carman, by the way, which was funny because I was afraid to bring this up with him, and I was already having the same conversations in my own head, which is a scary thing, by the way. If Justin Fields were to win a Super Bowl in the next 3 to 5 years, which is potentially conservative.
As the Bears' best player leading them there.
Yeah.
Which is most likely that would be the case if it does happen.
Would he already be the second most popular athlete in Chicago sports history?
I mean, Walter.
You say Walter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he.
So, okay. When was the last time the Bears won a Super Bowl?
I believe it was 1985.
I think it might be 1985 too.
I've heard of that team.
Yeah, the 85 Bears. They went 15-1. I was in the prime of my sports loving career. It was amazing. It was the greatest. However, it's been a tad bit of a drought here. And if this dude, as a first-class guy with first-class talent, lifts this franchise up and has some game-winning drive.
Yeah, I don't even think you have to take it that far.
Oh, whatever.
Quarterback as
as the champion of the Super Bowl Bears, and the thing is over, and we're at the top of the mountain. I mean,
yeah, I think it's impossible for me to totally say because I was like too young when Walter was dominating, and I have all the respect for him in the world, and obviously his family is getting to know Jared and the whole crew, but like, I find it hard to believe that this dude, everything he's already representing as quarterback, like I think that's the key. I think he is. Don't you?
I do. Listen, I think that if they win a Super Bowl, I love Walter. Class for All Seasons was on my wall growing up. That was a poster of Peyton, Andre Dawson, and Jordan. Class for All Seasons, one of the sweet posters of all time. Alongside, and I would leap over the couch and we'd all scream Peyton over the top as a kid because that's how life was, and it was amazing. And I love Jarrett and the Peyton family and all that. However, when the Bears won it in '85, Walter wasn't like the guy. He was a very good player at the end of his career on a phenomenal football team. So it would be different if Fields is actually leading the Bears there.
Yeah, I think the qualifier here is they win the Super Bowl because of him.
Right.
Not just with him.
Yeah.
Not Trent Dilfer, Joe Flacco.
No, he's running all over the field, making sweet plays, and they're winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think it's 100% he's number two.
Yeah, I like everybody in the city, I would think, would go out and have a one jersey if they don't have it, and it would be and I the reason why I wanted to have the conversation with you is because I think it's on the table for him. Like, I think he has that level of potential. I think the Bears are in such a good position as a franchise right now with all the money and the draft picks, minus the Chase Claypool trade, which is not looking great right now, but it's not the hugest deal, even if it doesn't work out. Hopefully it will. They're in position to do this. It's whether or not they're going to get it right, and it's on the table that they will get it right, and he might, and the NFC is takeable. And so, okay, now you got to, getting way too ahead of ourselves, you're going to have to beat the Chiefs or whoever emerges out of the AFC and do it one time. And then Fields, where does he land if all that happens? Pretty damn high.
So then my follow-up to you, and I was shocked with your answer because I was asking a serious question, but I also thought I was kind of trolling you with a serious question. Is how many would Fields have to win to pass Michael?
Yeah, and so for me...
And you responded so quick.
Right.
2.
I did. I immediately said 2. Back-to-back or whatever. 2 in 3 years. And listen, no one, for me, is ever passing 23. Ever. I don't care if you win 8 in a row because I grew up with Jordan and that's my first love. And
you're saying your personal number
my
one.
Personal.
Yeah.
But this is a Bears town. And the quarterback of the Bears going back to back. I mean, come on.
That's where, in our text conversation, here's a super chat. 199 Sweetness would give that blessing, no doubt. That's a good thought.
4 and 2 MVPs to be in the conversation with Michael from Ross.
So my response to Carm, because I was on the fence about 2, but I agreed with you.
I'm just talking about popularity, not considered better than Jordan. I think we're pretty logical around here enough that we're not going to elevate him above MJ as a talent. But I'm just talking pure popularity.
Right, he'd have to have like a Tom Brady career to be in that type of conversation.
Yeah.
I think, and I also think there's one of my responses to you was globally. No chance. It's MJ all day.
Will never happen.
But
he doesn't have that.
But in Chicago, to be the quarterback of the Chicago Bears that wins multiple Super Bowls because of you.
Right.
I think that's at least equal to winning 6 NBA titles.
Yeah. I'm not arguing it. I'm not. If you are the quarterback of the Chicago Bears and they're winning because of you and you are a 2-time Super Bowl champ, literally there would be nothing else talked about in the city all year round than the Bears, and he would be at the front of it.
All year for 30 years.
Right.
Look at the current 85 Bears.
Right.
You still can't get rid of them.
Right. And God bless it. I had some great texting with Dan Hampton this week. I loved every second of it. Listen, I'm not predicting that this is going to happen, but I do think like
you
high,
said it's on the table.
How high is up? It's possible. They have a long way to go, but that's where we are trending.
I do have some bad news for you though. That's breaking.
This better not be about Fields.
Devin Hester was just named a Pro Football Hall of Fame semifinalist again.
Why is that bad? I'm going to get mad at you and everybody else. I have nothing against Devin Hester. I just have something against people who are screaming at me because I said, like, hey, he's a specialist, and therefore he should not have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, which, by the way, he wasn't. So, and then I just...
We're not doing that again, right?
We're not doing that at all.
I'm just giving you some breaking news. Also,
I hope he gets in. Go, Devin.
Also, Bragg says hi to everyone in the chat.
And Adam. How's this? Hi, Braggs. What's up, buddy? I know you're upset with me. It's all right.
Over the Devin Hester stuff?
Yes, I had a great. I should not repeat the text chain that I had with Braggs last night trolling him, but it was pretty.
What'd you do?
You want to hear it? Is it wrong?
I don't know. Would he think it's wrong?
No, he absolutely
then it's
won't.
fine.
He won't. He said, because last night on the show he said that he hopes that I have dry turkey for my Thanksgiving because.
Yes, he did say that. I was a part of that.
So then I said going to my cousin's vegan Thanksgiving. Then he wrote, I hope your food is dry, and then
by the way, that's an awful thing to say to somebody the week of Thanksgiving.
It really is terrible.
It's hard to come up with something worse.
And
the only thing we need on Thanksgiving is at least some moist turkey.
Right. So then he said, I hope your vegan tofu is dry, to which I responded, just like a Devin Hester 24-yard kickoff return average. There goes Patterson for 30. And look at him catch out of the backfield. Can someone explain the offense to Devin? And at that point, it was, I'm not talking to you anymore, shunned. And that's where we are in our relationship.
I'm sorry, you're going to a vegan Thanksgiving?
Yes, my cousin is a vegan.
Is Justin Fields going to be there?
Yeah, that's... I wish there was turkey. Believe me, I would rather have turkey.
Why do you have to go to this person's house? Like,
I've got one invite. You inviting me over?
I am not inviting you over.
Well, there you go.
I might have to invite you over.
Who knows what the hell you're going to say at the in-laws' house? But wow, that sucks.
I'm not 100% certain there isn't going to be both. I think we're going to have both sides, but I'm not sure.
Hey,
yeah, it's okay.
Regardless of where you guys are,
it's all about the company. Maker's Mark will be available for, a cocktail or two. It'll be all right.
Oh, some good Maker's Mark. I'm out of it right now. I'm gonna stop at Costco on the way home. Wherever you are on Thanksgiving, just make sure you're hanging out with DraftKings. As you're watching the football. It's actually the best slate of games we've had in years on Thanksgiving, which means it's probably going to be a dud. But DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is my go-to when betting on the NFL this holiday season. Because right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Right now, everyone can earn up to 100% boost with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. Go to the DraftKings Sports app, place a same-game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, player props, point totals, and more. I love doing these on game days. You get a boost for the more legs you put in there, the bigger the boost you get, and your bigger shot to win big. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code CHGO. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
And get yourself involved with Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 because, I'm a very busy guy. I got a Bears podcast I got to do every day. I don't have time. I'm not spending my morning cooking up reduced fat squash. I just need something healthy.
Reduced fat squash?
Is
Are you talking about Sasquatch?
Is that on the vegan Thanksgiving menu?
That's on the vegan Thanksgiving menu.
Fat squash?
Yes. And
does squash have any fat in it to begin with?
For the record, I did make asparagus last night. I was pretty proud of myself. But I better gut health, more energy, optimized immune system. You know, don't want to just sit here and take vitamin supplements all day. And yes, I did because of Nicholas Moriano, who unfortunately is sick today and is not here. I wanted to see what all the hype was about. 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source, superfoods, probiotics. Yes, it's all going on when you get yourself involved with the Athletic Greens, which, by the way, is giving you a free 1 year, that's a long time, supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs, which could be going on at this holiday season. That could come in handy. That's all with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com and then put in that show code CHGO, and now you're going to be taking ownership over your health, and you're going to be picking up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. CHGO Bears is the way to do that, by the way, if you want to just give credit to this show. CHGO Bears. Take yourself to the next level with Athletic Greens.
By the way, got to give you our DraftKings pick of the week as well. I'll give you this one for Thanksgiving. I'm actually excited about this one, okay? Go with the underdogs. Go with the underdogs on Thanksgiving. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't know about round robin bets, I've gotten into this the last few weeks. I like it a lot.
Don't know it. Go ahead.
So round robin bets give you the combination.
It's basically like boxing and exacta.
Yeah. So if you take 3 teams in a round robin, you got to get like the exacta. It'll give you every combination of those 3 teams. That's a great way to put it. Boxing and exacta.
Yeah. So there's 3 games, 1, 2, and 3. If you get 1 and 2 right, you win a certain amount. If you get 1 and 3 right, you get a certain amount. If you get 2 and 3 right, you get a certain amount. If you get all 3, you get another amount.
It basically allows you to get 1 of the 3 wrong and still make a little something. Yeah, obviously, if you hit all 3, you still nail them. But what I would recommend, my pick of the week for DraftKings, is do a round robin on all 3 underdogs on Thursday. The Lions are a 10-point dog to the Bills. Of course, the Bills are, they got back on track against the Browns, but the Lions have won 3 in a row. Playing on Thanksgiving is important to the Ford family. I like their chances to at least stay within the spread. The Cowboys, 9.5-point favorites against the Giants, coming off their huge win against the Vikings. Giants had that bad loss on Sunday. They're going to want to bounce back. I think they stay within the number 2, even if they lose. And then the nightcap is a good game. Patriots-Vikings. Vikings kind of reeling. The Patriots' defense is good. Their offense sucks, but their defense is good. I think they can actually pull off an upset there in the nightcap. So I like the idea of doing a round robin with the 3 underdogs. It's been an underdog season, by the way. It's been an under season. A lot of unders hitting.
Oh, I got some stats if you want to talk unders and underdogs. This is the NFL betting update here from a guy named John Ewing. Underdogs are, 63, 101 straight up. That's plus 11 units if you're betting all those. Underdogs are 91, 69, and 4 against the spread, which is 57% hitting. Underdogs of 3+ points are 61, 34, and 1, which is 64%. That's against the spread. Unders, meanwhile, 94 and 70, that's 57% hitting. And unders in prime time, 20 and 14, which is 59%. Wow. That's your betting
trends
stats of the
to follow.
Day.
Good stats, Lawrence.
All right, need to get to our grades, but also want to make sure you see the Die Hard logo if you're watching on YouTube right now. Level up your fandom right now. We got some good things coming your way, Bears fans. If you are a CHGO Die Hard, first of all, when you sign up to become a Die Hard, you get a free T-shirt every single year. We have some new shirts that are out this week, even if they're not Bears related. We did just stock up on the QB slide shirts though, so those are in. You'll get a fast turnaround on those if you go to the CHGO locker and select that one with your Die Hard membership, or if you're already a Die Hard and want to just buy another one, you always get 20% off merch, always, as a Die Hard. And on top of that, Black Friday deals this week, you get 20% off of that.
That's awesome. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Braggs in the chat. Mark Carman, grade F.
Yeah.
That's rude. By the way, Johnny, good to see you. I appreciate you making the fan-sided transition over here to CHGO. That's cool.
And then tonight, Corey Wooten and myself, I think Carm will be hanging around some of the other guys, but definitely Corey Wooten and myself will be in there. We have our first ever Die Hard happy hour. Grab a beverage, jump on your computer, hang out with us. It's going to be very informal. You can ask us questions. We'll just talk some Bears and hang out. Some extra access you get as a diehard, so make sure you check that out. Also, you get a discount on the tailgate coming up if you're a diehard. So go check it out. It's allchgo.com/diehard.
I'm super excited for tonight. Hopefully some people will be in there. I'm not the least bit bothered that I was not asked to be a part of the first ever diehard hangout.
I've only asked you like 3 times.
It's already planned. I was third fiddle, and I feel upset about it, but I'm getting over it. It's another meeting with the
You
fight.
have a Northwestern basketball game tonight.
Just make sure that you keep him muted, even if he raises his hand.
Yes, definitely.
Lawrence, are you going to join in tonight?
We'll see.
See,
that was a no.
that was definite no. That's a.
I don't know. Tuesday night. Okay. See what I'm doing.
I mean, I just moved condos and whatnot. I don't have a TV. I don't have anything. So I'm like last night when Bears After Dark ended.
Wait, you moved? The movers didn't bring the TV?
I didn't have a TV. I was in a furnished apartment. I don't want to get too deep into my own life right now.
All right.
But so I don't have a fork, dude.
I mean, you look like you don't have your shit together based on that outfit today.
Whoa.
You look like you didn't have everything's still in boxes and you just
No. See, I'm not now I'm mad at you and him because I wore
and
this,
Braggs. Don't forget Braggs.
And Braggs. I wore this specifically because as everybody knows in the chat and what we all care about is the fact that I have my championship tennis match Thursday morning at 8 against Cooper.
It's not Thursday morning.
Wait.
Friday morning.
Time out. You had one playoff game. You're already in the championship?
No, I've had 3. This guy,
When? All I heard about was Kirschenbaum.
Kirschenbaum was the semifinals. I took out, it was 2. In the quarters, I took out
Murray.
Murray.
There were 8 people.
Nadal.
8 people in this playoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 people in the league.
Everybody gets a bye to everybody's in the playoffs?
Everyone's in the playoffs. I was the weird circumstance, which I fully believe that I won the regular season there, but the way they did it, I actually got the 2 seed. So I had to take out the 7 seed, Joel, took out Guterman, and then I moved down to Kirschenbaum. And I brought in today my medal that I'm going to.
Your Saudi Arabia medal for beating Argentina?
Yeah, no, this is the 2021. Let me get on the front of the mic. Don't want Hoge to yell at me. 2021 Chicago State 4-0 champion medal. That just popped off of it.
It just broke.
It's going to be a bad sign.
Let me see that.
Take that, buddy, and give that back to me.
Okay, Cap.
Because I'm channeling that energy.
Chicago State University,
Yeah.
Green and White Tennis Classic.
Green and White Tennis Classic.
Men's 40 singles champ. Does that mean you're older than 40?
It does.
Oh,
Give that
man.
thing
We
back.
knew that. I mean, come on.
I didn't know there was a 40 on there. I wouldn't have showed you that. It's the way it is.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Let's get to grades. I do not give Carm an F. Braggs, come on, give him more credit than that. It's a D-. All right, I'm going to warn you right away. These grades this week came out a little wonky. Surprised me a little bit. First of all,
I'm just going to hold this medal up for the rest of the show. Keep going.
Fields graded out higher than I thought he would. I'm not surprised he's in the blue chip tier, but he cleared it easily. I think a lot of that, I mean, he was, as I said yesterday's show, he was really playing quarterback in the second half, which was extremely exciting to see. Of course, then they got him hurt. Great. Yeah, you're going to be like, wait, Equinemius St. Brown? Dude had a good game. Had a couple clutch catches. Scramble drill got open, and he blocked his ass off once again. Had a good game blocking. That's why he's there.
How's this? Minus the 1 drop, which really hurt. EQ's had a good year, man. He's Like, that's been I give Getsy credit for that. He obviously had some level of impact being with them in Green Bay. Go get this guy.
The problem is when you're in a world where you want to have, like, constant playmakers out there.
He's not that.
Are you going to still have him on the field just to block? I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see, but I could still see him being a part of this, next year and going forward. David Montgomery had a good game. I'm sure Braggs hates to see that because Braggs hates David Montgomery.
Braggs actually, when
Braggs
we were
does not hate David Montgomery. We were going back and forth on that the whole game.
Well, the problem with Braggs is that, on Bears After Dark last week, we were asking for comparisons to Fields, and he just jumped right to Derrick Rose, which is a fair comparison. But then he throws out there, I don't want to bring that up because, hopefully he'll never get hurt. 5 seconds later, the dude's hurt.
So you're saying it's Braggs' fault?
If you want to blame somebody for the Fields injury, I think you can blame Greg Braggs, and you should tweet at him and make all the mentions and make his life as miserable as he's trying to make it for Luke Getsy getting a promotion, because Braggs, in essence,
worked, man. He brought. Actually, that's more of a reason why it's Braggs' fault. Because Braggs got inside Getsy's head. He cyberbullied him into having a bad game, and then Fields got hurt.
Braggs is the reason why Justin Fields got hurt.
Yeah. For now we have 2. Yeah.
I mean, I
usually like to have Braggs' back in these situations, but I think you're right.
I mean, I think it's a very straight, direct link. I think the word is linear. At least that's what some of the intelligent people in front of these microphones, I hear a lot of people say the word linear. I think it works right here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Go Iowa, 96, baby. Hawkeyes.
96. Oh, yeah,
It's when I graduated college, yes. It's before you graduated college.
We're learning a lot
I
about
wonder if
carbs
we
aging.
ever crossed paths over at John's Grocery or the Hamburg Inn.
I loved John's Grocery, Dirty John's, and the Hamburg, and
Deadwood.
Deadwood was the greatest.
BJ Records.
There's a grocery store called Dirty John's.
It was not a grocery store. It was a liquor store.
You could go in there.
Oh.
You could go in there at like 12 years old, and they would sell you 5 kegs if you wanted to buy them. That was the beauty of Dirty John's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Long-term starters.
So are we still talking about the Bears?
We try to do that on this show at least a little bit. Darnell Mooney, nice touchdown catch, had a good game. Jalen Johnson was a little surprised he ended up in this tier, but he had an overall. Marked him down once. Obviously, he had to pick up fumble recovery that helped. So solid game for Jalen Johnson as well.
Who's the guy in the mustache behind Mooney there? It's kind of blurry,
that's a
but
solid.
It looks like Richard Hoge, a young Richard Hoge.
It would be a young Richard Hoge.
That would be Adam.
It also kind of looks like Goose from Top Gun.
Yeah.
Little Anthony Edwards going on there.
Sure, I see that.
That's a good call.
Okay.
Can't believe Goose died. That sucked.
Oh, spoiler alert. Come on. Jeez,
Come on, man. Don't do that to people.
No, are you kidding?
Yes, I am kidding. If you don't know that Goose is dead, then
It is amazing though how many people don't go back and just like the youth of CHGO that you just don't watch any of the old movies as if it's just not worth.
Oh, dude, you weren't here this summer. The amount of days I had to defend Top Gun to people that just like
they didn't like it or just never watched
I
it.
didn't get it. I'm like,
What?
Like the movie was made in 1985. Like, are you expecting the like?
Kelly McGillis was hot then and she's hot now.
Like,
There's a great love story.
I'm a big Avengers fan, but I feel like these Avengers movies have just ruined everyone's perspective on good movies that were made 30 years ago. Like, yeah, they didn't have those special effects back then. Think about how cool Top Gun must have looked in 1985 when they're literally flying these things off an aircraft carrier and filming it.
Pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
And that's right. Iceman, I am dangerous. Let's go. I mean, come on. It was a great movie.
Great movie. Where were you this summer?
I cannot get through a show without Benedetto shaking his head at me and just total and utter disapproval.
No, that's fine. I'm just, sitting over here.
That's right. Yeah. Iceman.
By the way, Rooster lives. Now that's a spoiler alert. Kinda.
Is that the new one?
I don't know what you're
Because
talking
I haven't seen it. And I don't even know who you said, Rooster, and I don't care. I probably won't see it. I don't think my opinion is that movie sucked. Or you're saying it was good?
Oh my!
Everyone said it was good. I'm kind of with you. I didn't really care.
I've heard.
Did you
not
see
not
it?
everyone
No.
said it was good. Chat.
Everyone said it was good.
All right.
I have not
Yeah.
talked to a single person who said it was
Everyone
bad.
said I was great.
Chat. 1 for good, 2 for bad.
Yeah, whatever.
Even my wife, when it came out on video, I went and saw it with James in theater. Was the day it came out, it made my wife watch it at home. She was like, do we have to? And the movie was over. She was like, yeah, that was pretty fucking good.
Okay. I'll watch Maverick. Maverick, right?
I mean, you don't have a TV, but
I will at some point. Let's go Black Friday. Right on time.
All right, bottom tier. Not a good list here.
1.5. Thank you, Jailbreak.
Not a great day for Braxton Jones, Travis Gibson, your guy Byron Pringle,
Oof.
Nicholas Morrow.
by the way, these guys were so terrible and non-existent that there were literally no photos of them. So I just faked this picture of Travis Gibson just getting trucked by Cordell Patterson. I thought it was nice.
You faked it?
Oh yeah, that's from like
Photoshop.
2020.
Is that from when the offensive lineman stiff-armed him, though? The play that Wooten was talking about
No,
yesterday?
that's from 2020 against the Jaguars. Don't tell anyone.
Oh,
You could tell it's sunny out, though, and they're obviously in a dome. So whatever.
All right, well, there you go. There are your grades from this week. I feel like we got to talk about the Sanborn movement.
Please. Guy's so good.
Yeah?
Do we have that stuff? Yes. Well,
First, I should do a quick read here.
okay. And I when we're doing this, I want to take umbrage with
Umbrage.
There's a good word.
Philip Umbridge? No, that was a reference.
There you go. Perfect game,
White
baby.
Sox.
For a minute there, yeah, perfect game. Hey, the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is committed to helping families and businesses in the communities we serve save money and energy. ComEd offers free facility assessments that can help find energy-saving opportunities, whether it's lighting, HVAC systems, commercial kitchen equipment, or industrial processes. An authorized engineer will work with you to develop a detailed assessment plan specific to your goals and needs. These can be done in person or virtually and last approximately 2 hours. Within 3 to 4 weeks, customers will receive a report detailing energy efficiency projects that they can start working on immediately. Each recommendation will include estimated energy savings, cost savings, project costs, potential incentives, and simple payback. Don't wait. Get started saving money and energy today. For energy saving tips and to schedule your free facility assessment, go to comed.com/poweringbiz, B-I-Z. Ready for a sign up for a facility assessment? Call ComEd 1-855-433-2700 during normal business hours. Speak with a ComEd Energy Efficiency Program representative. You can also email businessee@comed.com or request an assessment online on ComEd's website, comed.com/facility assessment.
Love what you're doing, ComEd. And listen, if you love Jack Sanborn and you want to be the coolest person ever, you want to get yourself hooked up with FOCO, because I don't know if Sand God does it or not, but he should. FOCO is the greatest. That's right. Hoodies, slippers, signs, bobbleheads, everything you need to look good, feel good, be fun. FOCO's got the perfect gift for every football fan out there. And yes, you can do this for less because you're watching CHGO. Check out FOCO, FOCO.com, or you can click the link in the description below. All non-presale items, use the promo code CHGO. You get yourself 10% off. They got a lot of great gear there. And I got an email, or a text rather, from FOCO this morning that I plan on checking out later today. FOCO, FOCO.
And you want to make sure you check out ShadyRays.com to get your sunglasses. Shady Rays never understood why they were so expensive. They set out to change that. Don't break the bank for quality sunglasses this fall, because our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades featuring world-class optical clarity, durability, and styles catered to everyone in every lifestyle. And as I tell you about all the time, the insane protection program, the lost and broken replacements. Lose them, break them. Day 1, day 10, doesn't matter. They will send you a brand new pair. No questions asked. And even with that strong of a protection program, they make great quality sunglasses. Shady Rays customers agree with over 200,000 5-star reviews. And Shady Rays also provides 10 meals to fight hunger in America. With every order placed, they've donated over 20 million meals to date. This is exclusive for our listeners. Shady Rays, they will give you 50% off 2 or more pairs at ShadyRays.com. That's right, buy one, get one free. When you use the code CHGO, you'll get 2 pairs for as low as $54. Again, code CHGO, redeem only at ShadyRays.com, where you can find all their newest and best shades. All right, so Carm started a movement here. We had an interesting text in the middle of the show last week. Who was it from again? It was from
It was
Nicole.
Nicole texted you.
Yeah.
She was responding to some real estate she was interested in California or something.
It was a 515. No, it was Alexander. Let's go fishing together at the weekend. That was maybe another one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was definitely not the text we were talking about.
Okay, so I did that. So
now I need to know who Alexander is and why he was texting you to go fishing this weekend.
Well, no, I'm Alexander. This person is texting me thinking that it's Alexander.
Oh.
And I said, they texted me saying, Alexander, let's go fishing. And I wrote, do you know who Jack Sanborn is?
Wait, I haven't seen this. So the response is, sorry, I checked my number and added the wrong one. Hope it doesn't bother you. Have a nice day. So
Yep.
you don't know Sanborn. No response.
I've got this one too. Hi, Eric. I am Nicole. I think the house in Irvine you showed me last week is very suitable, and I've already considered it. Are you free tomorrow?
This is where this started.
Yes, and
This
I
was
wrote
the Texas
and I wrote, do you know who Jack Sanborn is? And no response.
Well, so this started live on the show, and in the comments, people started picking up on this, and has now become an international movement.
Yes.
Where
God bless you.
Whenever you get a random text, you just ask them if they know who Jack Sanborn is. This was one that was shared with us. Simon here. Hope you're doing well. Have your house for sale? I'm your man, and have a great price for you. Responds, do you know who Jack Sanborn is?
We love you so much. You have no idea what this is. This is huge.
This is amazing. And there were a few examples flying
Well,
in over
no,
the weekend
Lawrence has more.
on Twitter.
Oh, I do have more?
Yes, you do. I sent you like 4 of them. I think you do.
But there was going around on Twitter this weekend.
Just listen when you.
If you have these texts, ask them if they know who Jack Sanborn is. Please share the responses
and tag us, and you'll make the show
because it's a great movement. I think.
And look, there is about a 1 minute and 20-second highlight video of Sanborn against the Falcons last week out there that a bunch of people have tweeted. I retweeted it. The dude was phenomenal.
Against the Falcons? Against the Lions?
Against the Falcons, no?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to go. So 100%. Sometimes my grades get spit out. And
he makes a lot of great plays on this. I mean, great plays.
I know. And sometimes I have to go back and double check some things.
Okay.
I almost always reevaluate the quarterback. And I still got to get through the coach's film. So I thought Sanborn made – well, first of all, obviously he made a lot of tackles. It was on the – it's on the stats.
Second on the
but
team in tackles.
But a lot of them were 4 or 5 yards downfield.
He's darting through and making some sweet plays, man.
The play in the backfield he didn't make.
Yeah, but that was a great play to get there, and he missed the tackle.
Flus said, you're too high.
He was too high.
Got to get low, got to make that play in the backfield. That was a big play.
Huge play.
Converted on 4th down.
Huge play.
So I thought he played better against the Lions. That's my...
He might have played better against the Lions, but I think he definitely played well against the Falcons, and he's definitely San God, and I think he has very much proven himself that he should be a part of this football team, even as I think he's there, man. I think that's one of your starting linebackers all day. San God, Sanborn, San for life. I'm in.
Well, we still got to find a will though.
That's fine, but he has. As you detailed before the season, Adam Hoge, the dude's got great instincts. He hits violently. He's an incredible competitor. What's not to like about this guy, for real? Yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding either. Aside from the fun part of do you know who said Jack Sanborn is, I think this is an incredible job by Poles, undrafted free agent who they're going to be paying nothing to as they fill out this roster. Huge job, Studborn, indeed right, AGM.
A lot of nicknames. We got Studborn, Sackborn, Jackhammer.
Sexyborn. Dude's sexy.
Okay. Did you just come up with that, or have you actually heard
I did. That was off the...
Okay.
I mean, I retweeted it watching it today that it was like pornography watching this guy. Straight porn. It was amazing.
Wow. Okay.
I was so excited. Studborn. Who doesn't get excited watching Sanborn?
We got to get you a TV. You're getting a little excited for small reasons.
You don't necessarily need a TV for all. We're just going there. The Jack Reacher. It's neckborn. I like it.
He's got a thick neck.
He's got a little bit of a thick neck. He's played for 5 seconds. I mean, guys. I mean, he has it. I think he's going to be. Sandporn is good, Rob. That's it.
To describe the video, probably. of the highlights that
Yes,
about.
yes.
You would call that sand porn.
Yes, it's sand porn.
Okay.
It is. That's what I should have said. Rob, you should have. You're hired.
I think that's what Rob was going for.
Yeah.
Just a good lesson. Draft football players. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Draft football players.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, it's that honestly, like, of if you were to rank top 10 developments this year, top 5, he's in there. Right?
Probably. Since you traded Roquan, I mean, you need a linebacker.
Fields development number 1, 2, 3, and 4. What's number two?
Then Sanborn.
Then maybe Sanborn.
I think Cole Kmet's recent.
Cole Kmet, I would say, is okay.
Still mad at him for not getting in the end zone, though. That was my prop bet this Sunday.
Oh, okay, yeah, very selfish.
Yeah, it is selfish,
okay.
but, I wanted to see that swing.
Seriously. Fields, Kmet, Sanborn. What else? Getsy?
Brisker?
Brisker? Okay.
I think Brisker and Gordon are pieces.
Brisker, Gordon, they're in there.
Underwhelmed sometimes.
Offensively, Tevin's in there.
Tevin's a big one. I'd put Tevin up there.
Tevin's definitely in there. What else? Eddie's in there, I would say. Eddie gets a mention. It's been a good year for Eddie.
It's been a good year for Eddie. I still don't know.
You're not completely sold? Future?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think part of the problem here is you gotta think kind of. This is where I've been coming in with, like, yes, it's great with Justin Fields and everything, but is there enough other developing pieces?
Jalen Johnson, I would agree, has been there. Braxton Jones, maybe.
I like Braxton.
It's been a good development for sure. He might not necessarily be their left tackle in the future. Maybe
right,
he is, maybe he isn't.
I don't know there's been a little bit of inconsistency.
Trenton Gill's a good call, Jimmy Toney, 100%. Deserves a mention. Which, by the way, can I just mention this? What?
Just look.
I motioned you to look at the screen.
Oh, I'm
what
sorry.
I put on the screen, not some random comment you're reading off the side. It's Adam's father.
Remember, they can't see all the. Well, I guess they can.
They can.
They're looking at the comments.
What's up, Papa Hoge? I always thought I looked like Goose. That's a good-looking man, your dad.
Yeah.
You're just as cool as Goose, too, Papa Hoge. So, just one little tidbit. I'm sorry, I meant to bring this up earlier.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't want to go down the road at all of Cordarrelle and Devin, but on the kick return, Trenton Gill has a bigger leg than Cairo.
Yes.
So why is he not kicking off?
Did you notice that he kicked?
Yes,
off
after
later?
after the kick return for the touchdown, they put Gill in there because his leg is bigger. What are we trying to, like, not bruise Cairo's ego here? I don't get it.
Well, I think Cairo's been good at the touchbacks this season. He's in a little bit of a slump. It's not a major slump, but it's not just the missed extra point last week. The kickoffs, he had a bad kickoff out of bounds. He had another kickoff that almost went out of bounds. And
You're not answering the question, sir.
well, I am answering the question. The answer is he's more than capable of kicking the ball out of the back of the end zone and didn't do it on that one.
So you're saying that they are sticking with him because he's done it and they're not willing to, quote unquote, punt on him yet. But I don't know, man. Sand God, Trenton God. Trenton Gill's been great. And if he's got a bigger leg, hey, no disrespect, Cairo, but your official job now is only to kick field goals and don't miss the 3 extra points that you missed again, and you're good, and we'll continue to pay you lots of money. I mean, the guy's...
It's a fair point you're bringing it up. I guess I'm a little disappointed in Cairo because Cairo should be able to do it too. But good adjustment, I would say, by Richard Hightower to say, all right, well, that's not working. Next one, we're just going to have Gill boom it.
Get the guy who's twice his size that could kick it to the mountaintop. You got him there. No disrespect, but
There's a lot more that goes into kickoffs than people realize. And if he's not
just booming it deep.
Is there?
He's not practicing
through the uprights, just do
footwork, and it's.
If he can kick it out of the back of the end zone.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you don't, I don't know how much he's practicing that on a weekly basis. I would hope he was practicing it this week.
Just 10 times a day, just smash it through the uprights.
Also, how are you going to tank properly if if you don't give up the
So
special
just
teams.
leave Cairo in there so we can keep losing games.
It is true.
Yeah.
That's been a key to the tanking is the random special teams failures.
Right.
Okay, that's a major pivot that you both made, but that's fine. Cairo is out there because we're trying to lose, even though we've screamed on the show 100 times.
Before
The
we
coaches,
wrap
the last thing
up-
they want to do is lose.
We did have a super chat earlier from youngster Joey about Fields. He says if Fields doesn't play, there will legitimately be 0 reasons left to watch this team. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, there's still going to be 1,000 reasons to watch our pregame and our postgame right here on CHGO.
Well, and that was one thing that we wanted to cover, or I wanted to cover on the show today, because you've said
You just totally didn't.
All right, what do you got?
Well, you said that there's no Bears fan who ever roots for the Bears to lose.
Yes.
But in this scenario,
In the game.
yes, in the game. But in this particular scenario, if Fields isn't playing,
Yes.
are you not rooting for the Bears to lose at this point and get the highest draft pick possible?
I maintain my point that once you get there in the fourth quarter, if Trevor Siemian has the ball, 4th and goal, score a touchdown to win, every Bears fan is going to want that to be a completed pass for a touchdown. The only time I'm willing to maybe go to an exception is if maybe week 18, the number 1 pick in the draft is on the line.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now.
Then that would be a scenario where Fields is not playing. That's an important caveat. Then I think that they would be potentially in that situation actually rooting for an incomplete pass.
I would like for just to call it more chats here that Lawrence hasn't put on the screen. Jailbreak, not me. I just can't. I don't know what you mean. I want to know that means you just can't ever root against him to lose. I'm assuming that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you this much. Going into this game right now, Fields isn't playing on Sunday. It is completely fine with me if you lose that football game. 3-9.
Oh yeah.
3-9 is
But
lovely.
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about in the game, in the moment. What are you actually rooting for?
In the second quarter, when it's 3rd and 10, if Trevor gets picked off, I might give you a high five for watching the game sitting on that couch.
This is going to turn into a whole bit. Carmen's going to walk in here with a Jets jersey on this week.
Oh God, he's gonna look like Fireman Ed.
Come on, we got to go big picture at this
Fireman
point.
Carm. Ugh.
Big picture.
Thanks, Rags. Appreciate it.
Big picture, Carm.
Rags says, "Good show, Adam."
For all I've done for Greg Braggs, the making videos sounding like him just to try to up his brand, and for him to come in here and be that rude is just upsetting, and I'm officially upset.
If Trevor Siemian is driving against the Packers next week,
I want him to
fourth
be.
quarter,
I want him to be Green
You're
Bay.
not rooting for Green Bay.
I'm not. You're right. Correct. In that scenario, I'm not. I want them to beat Green Bay, but at this point, it is by far the best. Nobody would argue this for the Bears. If it's not about, listen, if Fields was gaining confidence and learning how to win in the fourth quarter, that'd be sweet for them down the line. Win football games. Trevor doing it. And by the way, will you put up that quote from Matt Eberflus about Trevor and the offense?
Sure, I made it. You might as well actually use it.
Yeah. What do you think about this quote? As far as making a transition into Trevor, we would just lean on one side of the offense as opposed to learning on the side. Leaning. I'm sorry. As opposed to leaning on the side that we've expanded to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I think that would be a pretty easy transition. Thank you. Trevor is obviously a very smart individual, a very good passer. He has great grasp of the offense. He's been here since day one. High functional intelligence. We're excited about that guy. Now, do you think he's just being nice, or is he almost saying like, look, we've basically had to change our offense for the skill set of the quarterback that we had, and actually Trevor is borderline a better fit for what we were trying to do?
Whoa, no, you are taking that completely out of context.
Completely?
Completely out of context.
Put that thing back up. I don't think it's completely. Seriously.
He's just saying something nice about the backup quarterback and saying something very obvious, that Trevor Siemian can't run the offense that they've been running with Justin Fields with all these design runs. That's all he's saying.
He's also saying that we've expanded it to a certain degree.
Yes, the running. He's saying that they would go back to what they were doing earlier in the season before they expanded the running game for Justin Fields. That's literally what that quote means.
They lost to the Commanders and went into a Bears think tank room and figured out how they could win with this quarterback. It was more than an expansion.
He did what everyone with eyes could tell that they should do.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. But it was more than an expansion. It was a transformation. Expanded is too small for what they did. He's not giving enough credit to his coaching staff and maybe himself.
Okay. I don't think I just don't think there's anything negative about Fields in there whatsoever.
Okay, maybe there's not. I'm just saying this. Let's.
They didn't expand the offense because Carm, stop.
Let's listen to Jeff Rocks. He says Carm reaches and dissects every single quote way too much.
But seriously, they didn't expand the offense because Fields couldn't throw. They expanded it because they couldn't protect him. That's why they changed the offense.
Sure, a big part of it.
Trevor Siemian's going to have the same damn problem. And if anything, they're going to go back to the offense that couldn't score more than 15 points a game or whatever they were averaging back then.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, for just a second here, just for argument's sake, okay? Carm looks like he works for TMZ. What does that mean, AGM? Let's just say for argument.
Gossip, bro. That's what he means.
Let's just say for argument's sake, I'm not saying this is going to happen. We just talked about Justin Fields passing Jordan and winning back-to-back Super Bowls, and I'm all in on that, okay? But I'm just saying, let's just say for argument's sake, as we have a conversation here, let's not get upset. Let's all keep it in check here. Let's just say for argument's sake, the offense actually looks pretty damn good with Trevor running it. Would that have?
It's just not going to happen, though.
How do you don't?
They've had like one of the best offenses in the NFL with Justin Fields the last 5 weeks.
Yes, true.
You think Trevor Siemian's going to keep that up?
I don't.
Are you out of your mind right now?
Okay. So you think that's going to completely fall apart?
I'm not saying that. I think it goes back to more what it looked like in the first half of the season, which is what the head coach is admitting.
So okay.
Cole says that you're like Fox Mulder finding a conspiracy with that quote, Eberflus quote, and Bragg says this wouldn't have happened if you were suspended like you were supposed to. And I think that's where we should end this show because I got a Blackhawks show in T-minus 50 minutes, and I got stuff to do for that.
Okay.
And I want to eat lunch.
My point is that I don't think that Fields was the perfect fit for the offense that they wanted to run, and they've figured out which is totally fine, and they are smart to realize that you're not Matt Nagy, and you have to fit into this box of an offense that I think I'm a genius that I want to run. And the Bears were excellent at figuring out this guy's skill set. But I do wonder. My point is if putting Trevor in there, because they had Nick Foles, who could have stayed here and was under contract, and they had to release. They obviously wanted Trevor for some reason. So there is at least a 3% part of me that is curious to see how Siemian is going to do running the offense that they wanted to run. That is their favorite offense. How's that? Not great, but passable. I'll take it.
I'll be honest. I stopped listening.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
I zoned out.
All right. Everybody have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Come in tonight to 8 o'clock. I will just be there to hang out.
Diehards, baby.
If you are a member, you will find the drop down on the Die Hard menu on the top of allchgo.com. If you're a member, you'll see it there. You can scroll down to the happy hour. We will also be sending out a link to all diehards. It'll be in the Discord too. You can check that out. So you'll know where to go tonight to access the happy hour. It is coming your way. Corey Wooten, myself,
Carm on mute.
And Braggs, you can stop by too. Everybody can. We are as open to everyone. It is a diehard happy hour.
I'm excited to hang out with the diehards tonight. So
you got to go get
in
some
a speaking
makers.
or non-speaking form. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I got to pick up some makers on my way home so we can have some fun tonight. All right. We'll see everybody there tonight. Also, back tomorrow noon. I will not be part of the show tomorrow, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you enjoy your week. Spend time with your family. Be safe, and be thankful that the Bears have their quarterback that is not Trevor Siemian. He's Justin Fields.
Let's hope we get good news tomorrow. We will be reacting to it. Carmi V's going to be here. Kevin's going to be here. And I'm going to invite Justin Fields to come on too.
Okay.
And happy Thanksgiving, vegan. And I know you'll all be thinking about me Friday if you don't make it tomorrow as I go for yet another one of these. The only guy on the show who's got a medal.
We should live stream the match. Bye. See ya.